Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Darren, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love looking good and smelling amazing. And today I'm going to be bringing you my top 10 fragrances that I'll be wearing this upcoming fall season. Now, this is going to be my first time doing a designer and a niche list. So this list that we're going to have today is just going to consist of designer fragrances only. Now, if it's your first time visiting this station, or if it's not your first time, and for some reason you just haven't subscribed yet, I do something here at the Bowtie Fragrance Guy station that I call a moment of subscribing. Yep, that's right, I'm going to give you a quick minute to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Because I know you get to watching the video and sometimes you forget, and people do it at the end, so I like to do it at the beginning. So, go ahead, have at it. Start spreading the news. Don't you remember? Okay, that's enough time. That's enough time, enough of my antics. Hopefully you took a moment and went on ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now, back to the list. My top 10 designer fall fragrances for this year, 2018. Whew. I love the fall season. I love the winter season. When I first started wearing fragrances, it was more about the spring and summer for me. But, hey, time changes and so does our palettes. Things that we like change all the time. And so has my affinity for darker, more resinous fragrances. So without further ado, let's get into my top 10 fall fragrance list. Stay tuned. Alright guys, coming in at number 10, this one is from the house of Narciso Rodriguez. And this is Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Noir. Narciso Rodriguez himself described this fragrance as a blue fragrance, but it comes across as a black fragrance. And that's exactly what I get from this. In this fragrance you have spicy accords, notes of cumin and nutmeg. As you get that signature Narciso Rodriguez musk note. So it's very, very sexy. Musk is one of those notes that comes across in a lot of fragrances as being very sexy. It's very alluring. The opposite sex seems to be attracted to fragrances with the note of musk. It's very masculine, and that's what this fragrance is, a spicy, masculine, woody fragrance. Coming in at number 10, this is Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Noir. Coming in at number 9, this is one of the gems in the fragrance community from the house of Van Cleef & Arpels. This is Midnight in Paris. Besides having a beautiful presentation on this bottle, the fragrance inside is just as beautiful, with floral notes as well as that signature leather note in this. Very, very sensual fragrance to wear in the fall season. Coming in at number 9, this is Van Cleef & Arpels Midnight in Paris. Coming in at number 8, this is the fragrance from the Allure line that got it all started. From the house of Chanel, this is Chanel Allure Homme. I haven't come across many fragrances in my fragrance journey, designer or niche, that develops as well as this fragrance. On the top, there's notes of citrus. The middle, there are notes of floral notes. And on the base of this is the reason I like to wear it in the fall. It has a host of gourmand notes, notes of vanilla, tonka bean, and sandalwood. Beautiful fragrance to wear this time of year. From the house of Chanel, this is Chanel Allure Homme. Coming in at number 7, this fragrance really needs no introduction. Coming from the house of Giorgio Armani, this is Acqua Profumo. So this is what happens when you take one of the best-selling fragrances of all time, Acqua, which was released in 1996, and you add incense and patchouli, you get this masterpiece right here. The incense and patchouli give this fragrance a more darker, more bold composition. It makes it a darker, more bold composition. It makes it really good to wear around this time of year. I know a lot of people put this on their spring, sometimes even their summer list, but I like to wear this one in the fall. Coming in at number 7, this is from the house of Giorgio Armani. This is Acqua Profumo. At number 6, this one comes from the house of Prada, and this is Prada Luna Rossa Black. Now this does feature the signature lavender note, like the other fragrances from this lineup, but this one we have the addition of patchouli and amber. So this one is a lot more sexy, a lot darker, and a lot more alluring than the other releases from this lineup. And that's why I'm going to be rocking it when it starts to cool down in the fall. This is number 6. This is Prada Luna Rossa Black. Coming in at number 5, this one is from the house of Valentino, and this is Valentino Uomo. This is a very, very sophisticated but at the same time sexy fragrance with a note of coffee. One of the best coffee notes that I've smelled in perfumery. This one comes off and gives the same vibe you get from Dior Homme Intense. But to me this one's a little bit sweeter and not as much of that vibe that you get from that lipsticky iris note in Dior Homme Intense. But I really, really enjoy this one. Coming in at number 5, this is Valentino Uomo. Coming in at number 4, this is a fragrance that was released earlier this year from the house of PACO Rabanne. This is PACO Rabanne 1 Million Lucky. So if you're feeling lucky and you feel like getting a fragrance that's going to get you a lot of attention and a lot of compliments, this is probably a good one to reach for. I love the other two releases from this lineup, the original 1 Million and also the 1 Million Privé. And I also love 1 Million Lucky. This note is kind of a gourmand, but it's not overly gourmand to me. It features a note of hazelnut. And that combined with other citrus accords in this makes it a beautiful fragrance to wear this time of year. Coming in at number 4, this is PACO Rabanne's 1 Million Lucky. Coming in at number 3, this is from the house of Christian Dior, and this is Dior Sauvage. Say what you might, but the addition of notes like nutmeg and vanilla make this fragrance more bold, more dark, and to me, a little bit more versatile. A little bit more versatile than the original. When I first smelled this, I was not a huge fan of it, but after I purchased it and I started to get more wears out of it, I started to love this one more than the original. Coming in at number 3, this is Dior Sauvage, and this is Eau de Parfum Concentration. Coming in at number 2, from the house of Thierry Mugler, this is Thierry Mugler's Pure Havana. Another beautiful fragrance I love, also pure malt from this lineup, but this one to me is the star if you talk about the fall season. This one is Cherry Tobacco. What more can I say? Coming in at number 2, this is Thierry Mugler's Pure Havana. And guys, coming in at number 1, this is one of my absolute favorite fragrances of all time. Designer or niche from the house of Tom Ford. This is Tom Ford's Noir Extreme. This fragrance is sexy. This fragrance is sensual. This fragrance is also seductive. What you get with this in the star in this is a host of gourmand notes, but the major player is a coffee note. And coffee is an Indian dessert. And it's almost like ice cream, but it's a little bit sweeter. Now, the coffee comes in a lot of different varieties, but the one in this is a pistachio. So it gives it this is a very warm, very creamy, very nutty vibe that you get with this fragrance. Just an absolute beauty when the weather starts to cool down. Coming in at number 1 from the house of Tom Ford, this is Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Okay guys, thank you for taking this time and taking this ride with me to learn about my top 10 fall fragrances on the designer side that I'll be wearing for the fall season. Now stay tuned, within the next upcoming weeks, I'm going to be releasing my top 10 niche list for the fall as well. If you have not, go ahead and take a quick moment, go ahead and click that subscribe button. It's somewhere around here. Go ahead and take that moment and hit subscribe so you don't miss any future content that I release from this channel. And guys, as always, come on man, I'm the bow tie fragrance guy. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I love looking good and I love smelling amazing. So until the next time, catch you on the flip side. Peace.